to a table. Paralyzed by pairwise dice, then attend to this heaven slice of an angel wrapped in skin. Roll dice and woes of life. Love deprived, look at her vibe. What's the meaning of life? One subjective paradise. Crystal chandeliers, moments reflected. Often mirrors a pit, quick, ready from ear to ear. Craving and rating and grain, rekindle the flame. Close as she draws near. Stay there, remove your underwear, shove it somewhere over there. In paradise, in paradise, we know our purpose. In paradise, in paradise, we know what our worth is. In paradise, we manifest dreams. In paradise, truth is what you conceive.
Boom. Yes, it is. The truth is what you can see. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Of course, I'm your host, Matt Clark, and it is Monday, start of a new week. And, of course, you know what tomorrow is? Tomorrow is the first Thunder basketball game, the start of the NBA season, which, those of us who are basketball knuckleheads, basketball followers, those of us who truly, truly love the game, we are all excited about tomorrow and the start of the NBA season. And, I thought what a perfect way to do it. It's a beautiful day out here today. And I figured that why not start it off at one of my favorite places, ROCOCO, here on Western. And I'm going to tell you what, this place is so good. And those of you who know exactly what I'm talking about. ROCOCO on Western, 4308 Northwestern. You can call for information, 405-400-7495. And it is so good, guys. And like I said, those of you who had the pleasure of coming here, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. They are open Saturdays and Sundays for brunch. And if you haven't had their brunch, you need to do their brunch. Their brunch is just come do their event, because I can promise you, or come to eat their brunch. It's fantastic. But they're open Sunday through Thursday from 11 to 10, and then on Fridays and Saturdays from 11 to 11. And for catering and events, you can contact them at 405-534-8838. And I'm going to tell you, it is so good, and they are so good, especially when they do those come out and cater. I've had several events that they've catered, and it's just fantastic. It's well worth it. 405-534-8838. And the catering event is back over where it used to be, where his original ROCOCO was, over on 28th, I guess, in Penn. You know what I'm talking about, 28th, 29th, and Penn. And then, of course, they have a special event coming up on the 30th. I guess I should have put the date on here. I did not put the date on here. But anyway, they have a special bourbon and cigar event. Now, I went to this last year, and it was so good. Cigars were fantastic. The bourbon was good. The food was good. And this year they're featuring a 10-ounce ribeye for $40. This whole thing is $45 with grilled asparagus, roasted Yukon gold potatoes, wild mushroom, red wine, demi-glaze. I'm just going to tell you, their food is fantastic. And I did go, like I said, I went to this event last year. I think it was me, Mark Long, Dr. Vanessa Wright was there. Who else was there? Oh, James Oney was there. And I'm going to tell you, it was so good. The cigars were great. The company was good. It was really, really, really a great event. So I hope you guys will be able to attend this year, because it will be well worth it. Now, in NBA news, football, it's getting to be secondary to me. Now, we do have 2 big games tonight and all that, but I'm going to focus on the NBA, since that's what's right around the corner, and that's what's important to us as Thunder fans. I mean, that's what we want to know about. We want to know about what's coming up with the game. We want to know what's going on with that. That's us as Thunder fans. That's what we want. We want the NBA season to begin, us defending our title, and hopefully getting a new title. That's what we're wanting, okay? And I'm going to say this. The NBA does start tomorrow, okay? You have the Rockets and the Thunder kicking things off at 6:30. Game's going to be on NBC or Peacock. The Thunder are 7.5-point favorites. Over-under is 226.5. And then the evening game is the Warriors against the Lakers at LA at 9 p.m. also in NBC. Plus 1.5 over under 226.5, which is interesting to me. Both games are 226.5. So now starting with the Thunder, and we're going to preview it more in depth tonight. We're going to do a show after the Storm show tonight where we're going to go more in depth with the show as we do on Thunder games. And then, of course, tomorrow we'll have more of a feel for who all is playing and what our situation is, but we'll go over all that tomorrow. But tonight, on After the Storm, your OKC Thunder post-game show, which, of course, will be our live stream that we do. This will be our final pre-Thunder show tonight, probably around 8 o'clock. It'll come on tonight. So hopefully you guys will be able to tune in tonight to get a good feel for what's going to happen with that game. And, the Thunder this year, when you look at what we have done and what we have to accomplish and what we've done as a team, okay? The Thunder 24, 25 accolades. This team was epic in what it accomplished, okay? A winning percentage of 0.829, breaking the 95-96 Bulls record. 84-21, which of course was one of 4 teams to do that. One of the best NBA teams to do that. Now, I believe that we should have lost not that many games. Okay, that's just me. 66 double-digit wins. Now think about that for a minute. Let that resonate. We won 84 games. We won 66 by double digits. That is historic dominance. 66 double-digit wins. Point differential, season 12.9, playoffs 12.5. Now, granted, I believe that we lost games we shouldn't have lost. I believe that had we not lost game 1 to Denver, I believe we'd have beat them 4-1. I believe that had we not lost game 1 to Indianapolis or to Indiana, we would have won them 4-1. So I believe we should have been 84-17. Excuse me. I think we should have been 84-17, which would have really put us in rarefied air. But still, 84-21 is nothing to sneeze at, even though I just sneeze. But anyway, when you look at what we had accomplished and what we did as a team, that is historic in itself and what we accomplished, okay? I want to make sure that everybody understands what that meant, what we did, what the accomplishment that meant that you to be that dominant in the season. Now, when you turn around and you come back, and the question is, can you be that dominant again? I don't necessarily believe that. Now, tomorrow we will have our over-unders on what we think the Thunder will accomplish. We're going to do all that tonight on After the Storm, the OKC Thunder postgame show, even though this is going to be our last preseason game or preseason show. But we're going to break down who's going to be on the team, what we expect of them, who's playing, who's not. We're going to have all that tonight, like I said, around 8 o'clock on After the Storm, OKC Thunder show with, of course, with myself. But it'll be on YouTube and Facebook tonight. So tune into that. Plus, we'll be all hooked up. We've got the system working now to where I can watch. Some people text me, or when they're on YouTube, I can see what they're saying now versus squinting. So this is a perfect setup. It's taken me a while. I probably could add another screen, but that's just so much equipment to have to try to get stuff done, which is a lot for me. I barely can carry what I got in my little car. So I don't have a big SUV where I can carry stuff around, which may be my next purchase. So I can have 2 screens and setting everything up where it runs just like I do at the house. So we may end up doing that at some point. But that being said, tomorrow, a huge game for the Thunder, huge game for the NBA. Like I said, kicking off the season, and what 2 games, Rockets and the Thunder. And remember, what are the Rockets doing? The Rockets are simply doing one thing. The Rockets are trying to disrupt what the Thunder's opening night is going to be. The raising of the banner, the getting the rings. And, this is how I look at it. Everybody sits there and talk about KD. But here's breaking news for me. Yes, it's important that KD is there to see us raise our banners. Yes, it's important that KD is there to watch us get rings. Yeah, that's all great. But KD has 2 rings. Now, I've said this before. Do I believe that KD is sad about not bringing a ring to Oklahoma City? 100%. I believe that he truly, truly wanted to bring a ring, have a banner in Oklahoma City. There's nothing in me that tells me that that's not KD. Of course he did. I think he wanted to do the same thing in New Jersey. I think he wanted the same thing in Phoenix. So I don't discount that or take that lightly at all. But to me, the most important thing that's on KD's mind is stopping SGA from breaking his record. 72 consecutive games. KD has set that record for 8 years now? Of 20 consecutive games scoring, or 72 consecutive games scoring 20 points. You can't tell me that doesn't mean something to KD. Hell yeah, it does. It stood for 8 years. So yes, I believe that is the thing. So to me, that is my one thing I look at. Yeah, I'm happy we raised the banner. Yeah, I'm happy we're getting rings. But I want to see KD, SGA, with 19 points or 18 points. Hit a 3 on KD, or if he's got 19, either make 2 free throws or make a free throw or get a bucket, whatever. I want to see him break that record and score 20. If he's got 18, like I said, 2 free throws, a bucket, step back, 3, whatever, 19, free throw, whatever. When he gets 18, when he gets 17 points, I watch it because he get a 3 on it. But I want the Thunder to run a play for SGA with him on every time, just to break that record against him. Now, is that petty of me? Yes, it is. Am I petty? Hell yeah, I'm petty. I'm petty. I'm not going to say I'm not. I'm petty. And everybody's petty in their own way. Don't say you're not. Yes, you are. You're petty about something. And for me, I'm petty about this. You left us with Russell Westbrook. That's who you left us with. Ain't nobody gonna win that with him. That's what you left us. We could have won something had you stayed. Now I understand why you left. I understand it was the Thunder's fault. I understand Sam Presti completely learned from his mistakes. I get all that. Because he has. He did not build a foundation of players underneath what we had when KD, Westbrook, and Harden were here, and Steven Adams. He did not build Ibaka. He did not build bench with that group. He's done the complete opposite. You get SGA and Dort, then you add Josh Giddey, then you add J-Dub and Chet, then you add Kaysen, and then you add Caruso and Ihart. That's how you build the team. You build and put a bench. And when you've looked at our preseason games, you look at what our bench is. And what do I talk about? You've got SGA, you got J-Dub, we're going to be missing J-Dub early. You've got Chet, you've got Dort, you've got Ihart. That's your 5. And then you've got Caruso and Queso, or Kaysen, however you want to look at it, that's 7. And then after that, you can pick your 8, 9, and 10. That's Wiggins, that's Joe, that's J-Will, that's K-Rich, that's Topic. So that's 12 right there that you know you can roll with, depending on what the situation is, depending on who you want to play. And then you still have Barnhizer that you can play from time to time if somebody gets in foul trouble, he can stretch the floor, just like he won a game for us last year. So you do have that ability to do those things, which Sam Presti has been magnificent this time around, building deeply in the bench. What does that also allow you to do? At the trade deadline, what are we missing? 3 years ago I said we're missing outside shooting, perimeter defense, and inside presence. We got outside shooting fixed. We got perimeter defense fixed. And then we got inside presence fixed. Now, what do we need? We need a 3-point sniper, which was Isaiah Joe. It's no longer Isaiah Joe. I love me some Isaiah Joe. When we got him from Philly, I was excited, ecstatic, crazy, overjoyed that we got Isaiah Joe. Now Isaiah Joe is gone. Well, he's not gone, but he's been MIA for a year and a half. Everybody knows what Isaiah Joe brings to the Thunder. So he's basically been MIA because he can't defend. You saw that in the Pacers. They attacked him nonstop. If he's not going to knock a 3 down, and they get 2, he gets 3. You can't play him. And our team is based off defense first. That's what it does. Our perimeter defense sets up the inside presence. If you miss a shot, what are long rebounds? Long rebounds, long shots equal long rebounds, equal transitional baskets, equal flow of the game. What do turnovers create? Transitional baskets, which equal what? Flow of the game. So the more we turn the ball over, the more we get into a rhythm, it helps us offensively. Scoring in transition, either at the basket or knocking down threes. That's what it does. That's who we are. That's why we have the historical season we had. It started with the defense. It started with what you were as a team. That's who we are. That's what we're going to be doing. And that's why I'm excited about tomorrow. But like I said, my main concern, my main thought process is SGA breaking KD's record. I don't see how that's not going to happen. But I want to be there to be able to film it when it does. So, now, the NFL, we had some great games yesterday. We really, really did. I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, I had to watch. I had to work. I wasn't expecting to work, but I had to work yesterday. So there was a bunch of great games yesterday. There really were. The Chiefs are back to what they were supposed to be. Like I've said before, who the Chiefs are and what they're doing. I said this, that everybody, when they were down 0-2, I said, don't discount where they're at. They don't have the pieces back. They're hurting. And then what happened? They get everybody back. First time that all three of those guys played together. And you could see what that meant. But let's start off with the Rams and the Jaguars. The Chiefs lost that game because the Jaguars played out of their mind. But the Chiefs and the Jaguars, it always happens that way for whatever reason with the Jags. Them and the Chiefs, the Chiefs don't match up with them. They just really don't. Never have. Don't understand why, but they just don't. But the Rams took care of business. The Jaguars are who they are. They're 4-2. Before I'm like, they're not 4-1 or whatever they were. They're not that good, or 4-2. But they're not that good. And it took everything for them to beat the Chiefs, and they know it. Excuse me, a rare pick six by Mahomes. Lawrence falling down, getting up, and then running into the end zone, which is crazy. Still don't know how he didn't get tackled. If he gets him tackled, the chances of them doing anything were they would have won the game. Chiefs would have won. Eagles, Vikings, Hurts throwing the ball really well last night. And I hear all these announcers talking about, Jalen Hurts throwing the ball. I'm like, it's documented. If he throws over 25 times a game, they don't win. No matter whether he does have two great wide receivers. 100% he does. But at the same time, he's not accurate. We all know that. So don't get all wishy about Jalen Hurts throwing a bunch of passes. He's got two great receivers, but he's not accurate. We all know that. Now, he played fantastic with a perfect passer rating, which is incredible. Agreed. But I'm not. Don't get me all fired up about Jalen Hurts throwing the ball. Jalen Hurts continue to throw the ball. Don't run the ball. Y'all continue to throw the ball and see what happens. And see what you're doing. That's what I say. Okay? Continue to throw the ball and see what happens. They're going to lose. They can't beat people. That's just a fact of how it is. They really can't. And so, but go ahead, Jalen Hurts. Throw the ball all you want to. But the Eagles took care of business. And look at the Vikings. How the hell you didn't keep Sam Darnold? That one I don't get. I don't. But, of course, we didn't see him every day in practice. So there's a reason why they didn't keep him. You win 14 games or 15 games or whatever they won, something crazy, and you don't keep him. I'm missing it because I wasn't there. I'm missing it because I wasn't in their locker room. And for whatever reason, now he's in Seattle, but picking up right where he left off. So I don't really get the Vikings and why they did that, but now they do have JJ, but he hasn't played. He didn't play. He was hurt all last year, and he's played, 1 quarter, 2 quarters this year? And I don't want to, put the injury bug on him, but it could be one of those things where the guy just can't stay healthy. Patriots and Titans. Drake May, real deal. Cam, I've said this before. To me, you have to go off a person's history or what they did over a 4-year period. You can't go off, well, he goes from this team to this team to this team. Can't. To me, I don't get why they get, oh, well, look, he's maturing. No, I'm watching his body of work. You see it in the NBA all the time. You see these guys who dominate for 3 or 4 years. Those are guys who continue to play in the league, not those guys who come out and they have one great game in March Madness or 4 or 5 games right in March. Oh, they're great under pressure. Where the hell were you all year long? And you find out most of those guys nowhere to be found after their original contract. Panthers, Jets. What have I said many times? Jets, Mets, Clippers, Browns. Jets, Mets, Clippers, Browns. Those organizations, they're heartbreak, is what they are. They lead you to believe that, oh, we're going to be good. They lead you to believe, oh, we're going to be this. And it comes down to, no, they're just not. They're just not. The Jets, I just think that you can't bring a coach in for 1 year. They want to fire him. You can't change the culture in 1 year. You got to give Aaron Glenn a chance. 1 year, you come in and try to change the culture. You don't have a quarterback. And I'm sorry, Justin Fields, I haven't been a fan. I've watched you play over time. I just haven't seen it. And remember who you got beat out by at Georgia, that you had to go to Ohio State. And you had so many weapons around you. How could you not be good? And as we know, quarterbacks at Ohio State don't fare well in the NFL. They just don't. Dolphins and the Browns, not a Tua fan, haven't been a Tua fan, don't understand it. You won the national title when you took him out. You won to get to the national title, you took him out for Jalen Hurts in the second half after you benched Jalen Hurts for him. I just don't think he's the guy. I think Mike McDaniel, I've never been a fan of his. I just don't like it. And then yesterday, you've got on sunglasses. And it's cold and rainy. You have on sunglasses with a hoodie. I mean, I think you're trying to be hip, and I get that. And you've got the new age with your pants leg or your sweatpants leg rolled up, which is all hip with the kids. I get that. You're cool. But, bro, you're a head coach. And you can see the stress on his face. He knows he's fired. Tua is not a leader of men. You can tell you don't call out your players. And then what did he do today after talking all the trash last week? Oh, I've got to play better. I've got to be this. I've got to be that. You never hear Mahomes say anything. Even when he had the most drop passes. Oh, I've got to put in a better position for them to catch it. Oh, it's my fault, my fault, my fault. That's what great players do. It's my fault, not anybody else's fault. They put it completely on their shoulders. That's not the Dolphins. And the Browns winning the way they won, proud for them. But without their defense, I just don't understand the whole Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders thing. But once again, Jets, Mets, Clippers, Browns. That's what they do. Over and over and over and over and over. They make bad decisions over and over and over again. They cannot maintain consistency because they make bad decisions. You look at the Browns roster defensively, you look at them, they've got running back, you can't get a quarterback? I don't get it. Saints and Bears, Caleb is a work in progress, and like I said, everybody give Caleb grace. Caleb's had what has he played for, let me see, since Lincoln Riley. So Lincoln Riley, he's had 4 coaches bugging in his ear in a year and a half. 4 coaches. Caleb has gotten better. Does he frustrate Johnson? 100% he does. But you got to remember, he's only had him now. This is my thing. If he's doing the same thing next year, if he hasn't progressed by the end of this year, and he's doing the same thing next year, then 100% you can say what you want to about Caleb. And you can get on his case and say things and whatever you want to do. 100% you can. But he's finally got a Lincoln Riley calling him out, giving him plays and helping him. You know, just like he said the other night or last week. He goes, oh, yeah, we got this drive. We're going to go win this with the plays. Oh, this is a winner. this group of plays they're calling. So that gave him confidence. All they need to do is execute. That's all he got to do. He's not going to be Mahomes. He could be, when they were calling next Mahomes. I said, that's ridiculous. There's only one of him. Raiders and Chiefs. Pete Carroll. The Raiders have been a dumpster for a minute. And remember, the Chiefs went, how many games without winning a playoff game? How many years did they have to dwell in the gutter or dwell where they were semi-good and then they weren't, semi-good and they weren't, but couldn't win in playoffs? Get a quarterback, get the right coach, get the right quarterback, get the right defensive coordinator, and look what happens. Look what happens. And when you look at the Niners winning, they're winning without the quarterback. I mean, without the right quarterback. But you have head coach, you have defensive coordinator, you got players. What they're doing with the coach, head coach, and defensive coordinator, with who they're winning with, it's crazy. It's crazy what they're doing over there. But the Chiefs are the Chiefs. And when I put them I had them in my top 5, even they weren't even winning. Everybody said, what are you doing? Bro, the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Don't kid yourself. When they get fully stocked back, we'll see what they are. And again, against the Commanders, we really won't be able to see then either because the Commanders are all beat up. But after that, they have the Bills. If you think that ain't going to be tough, you're crazy. The Bills are going to be insanely tough on the Chiefs and what they've got to do. So that's why I'm saying when you look at what the Chiefs have coming up, okay, you look at what they've got to do and what they've got to accomplish. Can they get it done? 100%. I believe that they will do what they need to do. But when you look at their schedule and what they've got coming up, okay, they've got the Commanders Monday night. Then they have the Bills Sunday, short week. Then they turn around and looks like they have a bye. Then they have the Broncos, okay? Then they have the Colts. Then they have the Cowboys. Then they have the Texans. Then they have the Chargers. Then they have the Titans. Then they have the Broncos again. And they have the Raiders again last. So when you look at their schedule, the Commanders, they should have their business, but you got Bills, Broncos, Colts, Cowboys. But you got Bills, Broncos, Colts. We'll see really where they are at that point. If they go 3-0, then you're going to have to watch out for what the Chiefs are going to do. Or 2-1, because the Bills usually beat them during the season for whatever reason. I can't beat them in the playoffs. It's crazy. Colts, Chargers. I see what the Colts are doing. Their running game, and Jonathan Taylor is a beast, and I've always said he was a beast. But the Chargers, I just don't understand the Chargers. I really don't. I don't understand them. I don't get what they're doing. I don't get what their situation is. I don't get it. Somebody help me. I don't understand it. Then, of course, Giants and Broncos, down 19-0, get outscored 33 points in one quarter. Epic fail. But the Giants are building something. They've got a quarterback. They're getting there. Broncos got lucky, but you got to be lucky sometimes. 2 games they've come back and won. Packers, Cardinals, Jacoby Brissett, he's very good for 1 or 2 games. That's all you need a backup to do. But I think if Kyler was their quarterback, I think they beat the Packers. And, of course, Michael Parsons, 3 sacks, difference maker at the end of the game, which is what he does and who he is. And I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand it. Commanders, Cowboys. Once again, Dak is amazing in doing the season. Can't get it done when it counts. Commanders, without Jay Daniels, they're whacked up. They're beat up defensively. But they just got smashed. And I saw this thing where they're talking about CeeDee Lamb or Rashee Rice. Rashee is much better made a difference to the Chiefs than CeeDee did. Dallas was rolling, scoring a bunch of points without CD. You're crazy. I don't get it. And then, of course, the Falcons and the Niners. What a hell of a coaching job that has been done by the Niners. You got to give them credit for what they're doing. Solid coming back to get them on defense, because remember, that's who was their defensive coordinator when they went to the Super Bowl. So what he's doing to get them back into the thick of things is just huge for the Niners. And then, of course, head coach, offensive coordinator, they're really good. They just are. Their staff is great, and when they get Purdy back, they should be fine, which, whatever. Let's go ahead and take the time to thank our sponsors. SRB, if your needs for engineering, surveying, or planning, hit our guys up. They love to take care of you. Also, if you have needs for a water treatment plant to be taken care of in your city or county, those are the dudes to make sure that everything is fantastic. Promise you, they'll take care of you. You hook my guy Mark Long up, hit him up. He'll take care of you. Or Grove Trucking and my guy Jose Fierro. If you have needs for dirt, rock, or sand to be moved, he is the dude for that. YNB, family owned and operated since 1912. They are the bank that makes things happen. They're an equal housing lender, member of the FDIC, proud sponsor for us to be here supporting women, minorities, and black-owned businesses in the Oklahoma City area. You can pre-qualify online at www.ynbok.com. That's www.ynbok.com. Or you can go to one of their 5 locations, the main bank at 401 Elm, 66 steps from historic downtown Yukon, Oklahoma. YNB East, which is off the Parkway and 66 or 39th Expressway. YNB Mustang, 218 North Mustang Road. YNB Parkway, located off I-40 in Garth Brooks, just south of I-40 on Garth Brooks. Cannot miss it. And of course, YNB Peoples, located in Bethany on 23rd, between Rockwell and MacArthur. You cannot miss it. And then, of course, we are here today at one of my favorite places. And if you haven't been here, I don't know why the hell you haven't been here, but we are today set up here at ROCOCO, 4308 Northwestern. So good. I kid you not, love it. It is so good, tasty. You can contact them at 405-400-7495 for reservations. And I suggest that you do that because it is so good. And anybody that comes here knows exactly what I'm talking about. So tasty. Their brunch on Saturdays and Sundays, dude, if you haven't been, you got to take your significant other. Got to. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. They're open Sunday through Thursday from 11 to 10, Fridays and Saturdays from 11 to 11. Can't miss it. And, of course, they have a huge event coming up November 30th. I should have put that on here, and I will change that up so I can put that on there. But they have a huge event coming up November 30th. I need to put that on here. Bourbon and cigars. And I went to the event last year. It was so good. Or October 30th, not November 30th, October 30th. It's the end of this month. I need to make sure that, but I'm pretty sure that's right. It's October 30th. But anyway, it's coming up in a couple weeks. It's coming up next week. And I'm just going to tell you guys, you have next Thursday. You can't miss it. It's going to be so worth it. I promise you. You will love it. It is so good. And the cigar selection was fantastic. Dinner was great. And you can see right here what the menu items are. And I'm just going to tell you, good ribeye, there's nothing like a good ribeye. Okay? Now, it's not my favorite steak, but there's nothing like a good ribeye. Good ribeyes are perfect, and let me fix this real quick. There we go. But ribeyes are fantastic. October 30th, at 5:39 here on the patio, featuring a 10-ounce ribeye. This is $45. Grilled asparagus, roasted Yukon gold potatoes with mild mushroom red wine demi-glaze. It is fantastic. If you're a cigar lover, you gotta come enjoy it. You got cigars, you got great food, and you got good drink. How do you not miss it? Like I said last year, my guy Mark Long and I were here, along with my guy James Oney, and then of course I want to say Dr. Vanessa Wright was there with us, drinking and smoking, and she smokes cigars. It's not like sexier than a woman who smokes cigars. Just what I'm saying. Not every woman has to. There's still sexy women, but if a woman can smoke a cigar, I'm not mad at her. Especially since I love to. So I'm not mad at any woman who can smoke a cigar, or or at least puff on it. And there could be a flavored cigar. It doesn't have to be, one of my Punch Rec Rojos or anything like that. I mean, I say drink a bunch, smoke a bunch of different cigars, figure out what you like and what you don't like. But October 30th, Bourbon and Cigar Night, and we'll talk about it again tomorrow and up just coming. But Bourbon and Cigar Night from 5:30 to 9 here on the patio, featuring a ribeye, grilled asparagus, roasted gold potatoes with mushroom red wine demi-glace on top. My answer is yes, I will be there. That's what I'm telling you. Yes, I will be there. Yes, I will be there to do the thing. So now, that being said, I'm not a fan of, you guys know this, I'm not necessarily a fan of Monday Night Football. I'm really not. But we do have two huge games tonight. And so I'm going to be there. I'm going to be watching in between the show, because we're going to do, like I said, we're going to do After the Storm, our Thunder pregame show tonight, our last pregame show. We're going to get in detail about who the starters are, who's playing, who's not playing. We're going to do all of that tonight on After the Storm, talking about the Thunder and what's coming up with them. So we're going to be doing that tonight, which I'm excited about. So we'll watch the Buccaneers and Lions, which Bake Show, I don't know how I necessarily agree with the fact that he is not still the MVP, but of course, after what Holmes has been doing, I guess I could kind of see it. But to me, almost you have to pretty much include him. I think. I mean, you could say that he is that he's the leading candidate based on his comeback wins, but he's not Mahomes. And remember, the reason why he ended up at the University of Oklahoma is because Mahomes went to Texas Tech, which he originally was, had to walk on at OU, and then, of course, Lincoln Riley took him to where he was. But like I said, I'm more of a Baker fan than I used to be. I was not a fan of his at the University of Oklahoma. Definitely was a fan of him in Cleveland. But since he's been humbled, definitely a bigger fan. Supposedly he's now a Christian man and all that, which, I hope he is. And the Lord has changed his life 100%. But the Lions are plus 6.5, over under 53.5 tonight. Texans and Seahawks, which, C.J. Stroud has not been the same guy he was his rookie year. He just hasn't. So, 9 o'clock, we'll be just finishing our show or right around that. So I might probably watch part of that game. I don't know how much I really care about watching it, but I do want to see the first part of it and see what's going to transpire with that. Okay, so like I said, but I'm excited about the Buccaneers and the Lions just to watch Baker, and then getting ready for our show tonight that we're going to do live, our last pregame Thunder show, to get everybody excited about the Thunder and what we have to offer this year. So the NBA is, like I said, starting tomorrow, and there's some big games tomorrow. There's some huge games this week. Wednesday night's going to be some big games. We'll talk about a lot of that stuff tomorrow as well. But when you look at what the NBA is offering and what the excitement is around it, and the fact that LeBron isn't playing, the Lakers look good the other night. They're looking better without him. They just are. And LeBron's trying his power check, but dude, the people on the Dodgers, you have real owners now, like you did in Miami. So nobody's giving you any freebies. Nobody could, you're not the GOAT. And I argue with these kids all day long. And when he came back, bro, you can't be the greatest all time in your sport and you disappear with J.J. Barea and Jason Terry guarding you. You had averaged 4 points a game in the fourth quarter of an NBA Finals, and one quarter you didn't score. How are you the GOAT? I was arguing with a guy about that all day long. I said, sorry, guys, y'all can love him all you want to. And like I said, the greatest Michael, the most skilled Kobe, best all-around LeBron, because he took Magic's place to me as the best all-around. That's what happened with me with that, okay? But I don't look at LeBron and go, athletically he was amazing. But I've always said, The greatest of all time means one thing. No matter when you play, you're going to do what you did when you play. He's not playing 20 years. You look at the number of years Michael Jordan played, 82 games. How many years has LeBron played 82 games? One? Michael did, 9? Kobe did 9 or 10? And I'll never forget what Michael Jordan said. He said that the reason why he wanted to play because he knew some poor kid, parent had spent all this money saved up for Christmas or whatever for that kid or those kids to go to a game, to watch him play on the road. And like I've said all day long, LeBron, if you're going to miss a game, miss it at home. Don't miss a game on the road when you're only playing that city one time. But once again, he doesn't care. He just doesn't. It's who he is. And no, he better not get a statue, and I don't believe he will. Like, you didn't bring us nothing. And Dr. J puts him at, 15th or something in his top of all time? And he said the reason why is he had to go join a team. Chris Bosh and D. Wade, who were in his class, drafting class, he went and joined them. Then he came back to join Kyrie because Pat Riley wouldn't give him what he wanted, so he left. Didn't tell D. Wade, supposedly his best friend, that he's leaving. He just left. Then you go there, leave there, and you go to L.A. to play with Anthony Davis. Then you have a great team around you, and then you dismantle that team because you want to play with Westbrook and you want to play with Carmelo, and you disband everything they're doing over there. And then when it goes south, you don't take credit for it. I'm sorry. I just can't give him, I just can't. But I will give him the best all-around player. I'm going to give you that. I'm not talking about defense and all that. I'm talking about skill level, watching the game, all that. But the most skilled is Kobe because of the way he can shoot. Now, I will say this. I forget who the kid was yesterday at Santa Fe Family. I said they're having a tournament, fadeaway hoops. And the kid that scored, they were down 3 with 2 seconds left, and he goes to shoot with his right hand. And the guy goes to block, and he switches to his left and almost makes it. And I was like, wow. And very rarely do I go, wow. It's hard to impress me. It's very hard to impress me. Whatever sport I'm watching. Like I said, I get more impressed with girls softball, fast-pitch softball, than I do anything. Because those girls are so amazing. I'm way more impressed with them than I am any other sport. So for me in basketball, for somebody to make me go, wow, you really have to do something to impress me. I'm not easily impressed. I'm just not. Very difficult to impress. But that game, what a shot by that young man, because it reminded me of watching Kobe and what he did to us. Shooting his right, pulls it to his left, knocks down a 3. Did the same thing to Dallas right in front of Mark Cuban. Shooting the ball in the corner, switches to his left, boom, knocks down a 3. Kobe. Most skilled ever. Most skilled ever. So, that being said, hey, I want to thank everybody for watching this edition of the Unpopular Hour. Remember, tonight, 8 o'clock, we're going to be doing After the Storm, OKC Thunder post-game show, or pre-game show, our last pre-game show of the season to get everybody ready for tomorrow. So, hopefully you guys will be tuning in tonight on YouTube and Facebook for that tonight, so you can give your 2 cents about what happened. But we want to thank Bruce and every band and all the guys, Jay, all the guys for the food today, for serving it. They're fantastic. Appreciate everything they did tonight, or today for me, at ROCOCO's. And once I said, if you haven't been here, you need to come get it. Right across from Sapango's and Chicken Shack. Can't miss it. Fantastic. That being said, remember, defending the 2025 World Champions, which we are,